Now that I have the initial code created for this Git repo, I should be able to hit ls, and boom, I guess we already knew the arena was there, so let's change into the arena, and then ls again. And you can see that the solution file is now there, and the arena folder is there, and this one contains the program.cs that we were working on in Visual Studio. So now that we know that we like all the stuff that we've done, and we've actually added to the repo, we now want to push our changes to the repo so that other people can view them, accept them, understand them, go through them, all that good stuff. This is going to walk you through how you do that. So it's also going to be git command, so everything that we're going to be doing is going to have this git in front of it. This is the framework that actually pushes it to the repo and everything like that. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to make your own branch of this Git repo. So what this is going to do is there's always in the repo, there's always going to be a master branch, and that is going to be what happens every time some new person pulls the branch. So if even if we have 100 other branches and a new person comes along and they do that clone command like we did at the beginning that you can still see on the screen right now, it's going to pull the master branch. But we don't want everyone pushing to the master branch because that can lead to breaking things. So like if you push one file that you changed and I push another file that I changed and they're incompatible together and they're both on the main branch, then your main branch isn't going to be building, and when people pull your repo, they're going to be confused and they're not going to know what to do. They're like, hey, this is broken. I don't want to go through and fix all your stuff. I want to be working with working code. So you should all, and also if you push something that someone else doesn't like to the master branch, they're going to end up reverting your commit, and that's going to cause problems because reverts make things ugly and people get mad at each other because you reverted their commit, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. So the best way to get around this is just to push to your own branch, and then when the time is right, your branch will be branched into master. So basically, that'll be probably a different video I show, is how you bring your own branch into master. But for this one, we're going to teach you how to push to your own branch. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do git and then checkout. So checkout is what you use to switch branches. Okay, so if I'm on the master branch, is what happened when I do that git clone command, but I want to be on my own personal branch, as soon as I git clone that repo, I'm going to call this git checkout command, and then after checkout, I'm going to type my branch name. Okay, but since this is a brand new repo and there's no other branches yet, the way that you create a branch is you still have git checkout, but you add a flag called -b, and -b is just branch. So I'm going to do git checkout -b, and then I think a good naming scenario for your own branch is to do personal in front of it, and then your last name, and then your first name, and then whatever function you just added. So my branch I'm going to call is just the initial commit. Okay, you'll see that that's actually wrapping around to the next line. That's why you don't see the T there. Now, a commit is basically an addition onto the repo. So instead of just calling it an addition, they call it commit. That's just Git language. So that's why it's called that. So I'm going to hit enter, and it says I switched to a new branch called Personal Kitchen Seth Initial Commit. So now I know I'm not on the master branch anymore. I'm safe to push this to the repo. Okay. So the way that you're going to push this to the repo is you're first going to commit it, or you're first going to add all the files you changed. So you can do git status, and git status will tell you all the files that you added that aren't currently in the repo. So the ones in red you need to add. So the way you do that is you do git add, and then you can do the stuff in red. So the arena is always what's new. And then you hit tab just like you would with CD, and it'll finish the name for you. Okay, so then I do git add and the arena, and no errors, it worked fine. I can do git status again, and boom, it says I added three new files: the arena.solution, the arena program.cs, and the arena.cs project. Okay, so now all these files are added and they're ready to be committed. Okay, so when I add them, it's only preparing them for a commit. It's not actually pushed to the repo yet. It's not even committed yet. So it's not even addition until, even though you do .add, it's not really added until you commit it. Okay. So I'm gonna do git commit, and now every time you commit, you have to add a message. The message is going to explain what you're adding. So if I do -m, I'm also going to cheat. I'm going to do initial commit again. Because this is a new branch, the first thing that you should always push to a branch is it's called an initial commit. Okay, so I run this, and I don't actually have my get information on my own computer repo yet. So it's not even going to let me commit until I tell Git who I am. Okay, so I'm going to run this command that's telling me. It says, please tell me who you are. Run these two commands. Okay, so I'm going to do git config -- global user.email quotes, and then you're going to put the email that you registered on GitHub with. So mine is sjkyv5@mst.edu, and then I end the quotes and I hit enter. Okay, so now Git knows that my user email is sjkyv5@mst.edu, and it should forever now, as long as you don't uninstall your Ubuntu and reinstall it, kind of thing. Okay, so now I do git config -- global user.name quotes, and then your name, obviously, it's like it's telling you, which is mine, Seth Kitchen, so I have that. Okay, so now when you can go up on your keypad and it'll do commands that you already submitted. So we want to go back up to our git commit message, okay, and then we're going to press enter, and this time it did commit it. It says it gave us the hash, and every time you commit there'll be a hash for it. Our hash is A9AA286. Okay, and it tells you, it says the message on there that you put, which is initial commit, tell you how many files are changed, is 3, 46 insertions, so we had 46 lines that we were changing in our Git repo, and then it'll say create mode means that you added a file, basically, like that file wasn't there before, so that's what the creation is. Okay, so now this is saved locally on my Git repo, so it's not pushed to everyone's repo yet. It's only on my machine. This addition is in the repo on my machine only. Okay, so now if I want to push it to, it's called the remote branch, that's where everyone can access it. I need to push it there. Okay, so if I do git push, it's going to tell me that this branch doesn't exist yet on the remote branch, and so it doesn't know what to do. Okay, so since I told you before this is a new branch because this is new repo, we need to actually tell the remote branch, hey, you need to add this branch so then I can push to it. So the way you're going to do that is you do the command it's telling you to do, which is git push -- set -- upstream origin personal kitchen Seth initial commit. Now don't get caught up in this language. This is just the keywords that they put into Git to get this to work. Okay, so git push, I guess you can think of it as you're pushing it to the remote branch so that everyone can view it. The set upstream is you're saying that it's setting basically all the changes from now on that are on personal kitchen Seth initial commit are going to go to the remote branch on origin. Origin is master, basically. Origin is the remote branch. It's going to go to the personal kitchen Seth initial commit branch if they're checked out to that branch. Okay, so don't get caught up in all this jargon. It's basically just saying, okay, I'm creating this new branch on the remote repo. So then you press enter, and it's going to want you to log in because you should get credit for the commits you're doing so people know who changed the code on the repo. Okay, so I'm going to enter my name, and then I'm going to enter my password. Okay, and then it's compressing it, and it's pushing it, and it says branch is set up to remote branch. Okay, so basically I just made the new branch on the remote repo, and I added all the files that I just changed. And so now anytime anyone goes to our GitHub repo, all of my code will be there. And as soon as I push this to master, when they get clone, it'll also be there. And that'll be it for this tutorial. That's how you push to the remote branch.